Hello everyone, Glorious King Gabe here, and welcome to Gabe's Custom Railway Workshop. And in this video, I'll be talking about my custom Thomas Wooden Railway coaches for Emily. Before I talk about this custom, let's talk about Emily.
Oh, is that Emily I heard?
What the? Clona, what are you doing here?
You were talking about Emily. She's my favorite Thomas & Friends character.
That's right, she is your favorite character. I was going to talk about her and her debut episode. You know what? Would you like to talk about it instead?
Why, sure. Emily the Emerald Engine is a character that was introduced as of Season 7 of Thomas & Friends. She debuted in the episode Emily's Coaches. Emily ends up taking Thomas's coaches, Annie and Clarabelle, much to his annoyance, but all was forgiven when she saved Oliver from a collision. As a reward, Sir Topham Hatt, aka the Fat Controller, awarded Emily with her own set of coaches, and we often see her pulling them throughout the show. I don't really like how Sir Topham Hatt was to Thomas in this one, though.
Yeah, I agree. But anyways, thanks for doing the backstory on Emily and her coaches for me, Kelowna.
No problem, Gabe. Glad I could help. By the way, ask me about my South Park story, South Park the New Kid.
Perhaps some other time. Now, despite appearing in the TV series and being connected to a main character, Emily's coaches don't really have a lot of merchandise. Emily's coaches appear in the Tomy, Playrail, and Trackmaster toy lines, as well as appearing in Bachmann's HO, G-Scale, and N-Gauge model railway lines. But we never got a release of them in the Thomas Wooden Railway line. I swear the Thomas Wooden Railway has something against green coaches. Finally, we get to talk about how I made Emily's coaches. Originally, I wanted to make them using two Annies, but after seeing a custom showcase video of some Trackmaster Emily's coaches by Taylor's Railway, I decided to make my custom Emily's coaches out of two Clarabelles instead. One of the roofs on the Clarabelles was lower than the others, so I had to make it even with some cardboard and some Milliput. After that, I painted the roofs black and the body a dark green, using my Testor's green paint and my Testor's black paint. Then I tried painting the side details, and oh boy, that was not fun. For some reason, I could not get the yellow lines on Emily's coaches completely even. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I even used masking tape and they still didn't look even. Oh boy. I took a break from that part to start making the faces. One of them has a worried face and the other one has a happy face. When I came back to making the side details, I was still stuck. You see, around this time, I had this rule to myself that I have to paint on every detail. Or if I decide to use print, I have to make the entire body a print, like Boko's and Daisy's. There was no combinations between the two styles, because it would look off to me. Then I remember the YouTuber Geoh. This guy makes some really outstanding Thomas Wooden Railway customs. And for the side details on his customs, he doesn't hand paint them like I do. He makes decals, prints them out, and glues them on his customs. I decided to break my own rules, make side decals, and glue them on the coaches. Now, I've been making side details, stickers, or decals for Thomas Wooden Railway customs for a couple of years now. So, I knew what I was doing. Using an Annie/Clarabelle as a basis, I made the windows and side details for Emily's coaches on my paint program. The first version was too big, and the shade of green was off. So I changed the shade of dark green and shrunk the side detail. Now the shade of green on the paper detail isn't a 100% match to the paint on the toy, but it was good enough. I carefully put packing tape over the side details and then glued them onto the coaches. I am really happy of how well these two turned out, especially the window and side details. But that's not all. These coaches have faces, so I decided to give them names. Thomas's coaches are Annie and Clarabelle, who are girls. So I decided to make Emily's coaches guys. The coach with the worried face is called Alan, and the coach with the happy face is called Glenn. I'm happy to finally have a set of coaches for my Emily. Tell me what you think of Alan and Glenn in the comments down below. I want to thank Clonaclux9999 for doing the backstory of Emily and her debut episode. Taylor's Railway for inspiring me to have Glenn and Alan face backwards instead of forwards. And a big thanks to Geoh for giving me the motivation to finishing these customs. Thank you for watching, and until next time, thanks for visiting Gabe's Custom Railway Workshop.